Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. For nearly a decade, we have had a front row seat to one of the most incredible, chaotic, and heartwarming family journeys ever documented on television. We've watched Adam and Danielle Busby navigate the unprecedented challenge of raising the nation's first ever all-female quintuplets alongside their amazing older daughter Blake. We've been there for the first steps, the first words, the health scares, the holidays, and the everyday madness that comes with being a family of 8. And through it all, one thing has remained a constant: their home. That house in League City, Texas, with its iconic pool and playroom, has been more than just a setting for the show. It has been the 9th character in the Busby family story. It's the container that has held all the chaos, the laughter, and the love. Well, today we have to announce that the Busby family, as we have known them, has just undergone its most significant transformation yet. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the OutDaughtered fan community, the Busbys have officially said goodbye to the home we all know and love. They have moved. This isn't just a simple change of address. This is a monumental shift that signals a brand new era for the family and the show. The reasons behind it, the details of their new life, and what this means for the future are all part of a massive story that we are going to unpack today. This is a huge story, so we're going to break it all down. First, we'll cover the shocking announcement itself. How did Adam and Danielle break the news to the world? Second, we will do a deep dive into the biggest question: why? Why now? We'll explore the multiple, complex factors that led to this decision, factors that go far beyond just needing more space. Third, we'll get into the exciting part: the new Busby home. What do we know about it? Where is it? And how is it designed to handle the family's next chapter? And finally, we will speculate on what this massive change means for the future of the Busby family and the OutDaughtered show itself. This is the end of an era and the beginning of something entirely new. So, let's get right into it. The news didn't come from a press release or a TLC special promo. In true Busby fashion, it came directly from them, shared intimately with their millions of followers. On a Tuesday afternoon, Adam Busby posted a video to their It's a Buzz World YouTube channel. The title was simple but poignant: a new chapter for the Busby crew. The video wasn't flashy. It was filmed selfie style, with Adam and Danielle sitting together on a cardboard box in a noticeably empty living room. The echo in the room was the first clue that something was different. Their iconic furniture was gone, the walls were bare, and the emotion on their faces was palpable. It was a mix of exhaustion, nostalgia, and excitement. Adam started the video, his voice a little shaky. He talked about the incredible journey they've had in that house, bringing the 5 babies home from the NICU, watching Blake grow into a teenager, and celebrating countless milestones. Danielle was visibly emotional, wiping away a tear as she spoke about the ghosts of laughter in the hallways. They explained that while the decision was incredibly difficult and bittersweet, it was one that they knew they had to make for the future of their family. They acknowledged how much their followers love their home and how connected everyone feels to it, which is why they wanted to be the ones to share the news first. The video then cut to a montage of clips filmed over the past few weeks. We saw the girls packing their rooms, putting toys and memories into boxes. We saw them having one last pizza night on the floor of the empty kitchen. We saw them taking one last jump into their famous pool. It was beautifully produced and incredibly emotional, a masterclass in sharing personal news with a massive audience. They didn't reveal their new location in that initial video, but they promised a new house tour was coming soon once they were settled. The comment section, as you can imagine, absolutely exploded. Thousands of messages poured in, expressing shock, sadness for the end of an era, but overwhelming support and excitement for the family's next adventure. It was a perfectly executed announcement that left fans emotional but eager for what's next, effectively setting the stage for a whole new season of their lives. But it left us all asking the most important question: why? On the surface, the reason for the move seems obvious: they outgrew the house. But this is the Busby family. Nothing is ever that simple. This move wasn't just about adding a few extra square feet. It was a strategic, necessary decision driven by a perfect storm of factors: the girls' ages, escalating privacy concerns, and the evolving needs of their family businesses. Let's break down the real reasons why this move was inevitable. First and foremost, we have to talk about the ages of the girls. This is, without a doubt, the single biggest driver behind the move. When they moved into that house, they had a young Blake and 5 babies. Now in 2025, they have a 14-year-old high schooler in Blake and 5 10-year-old Quints who are knocking on the door of their preteen years. The dynamic of the house has fundamentally and irrevocably changed. Let's start with Blake. Being the oldest sister to quintuplets is a unique challenge. 4 years, she has been patient, responsible, and a fantastic role model. But she is now a teenager. She needs her own space, a sanctuary away from the constant chaos of her 5 younger sisters. A place to do her homework in peace, to have friends over without 5 little shadows, to just be a teenager. In the old house, her room was an island, but the rest of the house was Quint territory. Sources close to the family have said that as Blake's social life has blossomed, the need for her to have a truly separate space has become a major point of discussion for Adam and Danielle. It wasn't just a want, it was a need for her healthy development. Now let's talk about the Quints. At 10 years old, they are no longer a single, monolithic unit. Their individual personalities, which we've seen developing for years, are now fully exploding. Riley is the competitive leader, Hazel is the sweet and thoughtful one, Parker is the sporty but sensitive one, and Ava and Olivia are the inseparable but distinct giggly duo. In the old house, they shared rooms. 2 sets of girls in 2 rooms, and one lucky girl often got her own space on a rotating basis. But at this age, that arrangement was becoming a pressure cooker. We've seen the squabbles on the show. Now, imagine that amplified. Fights over clothes, toys, and personal space. The need for their own defined areas to express their own individual identities was becoming critical. Danielle, a huge proponent of fostering their individuality, knew that the physical layout of their old home was starting to hinder that. They needed a house that could accommodate 5 distinct personalities, not just 5 small children. And let's not forget the logistics. 6 girls, 1 teenager and 5 preteens, sharing a limited number of bathrooms. The morning routine in that house must have been a coordinated military operation. The move was as much about preserving parental sanity as it was about providing space for the girls. Factor 2, the privacy and security imperative. The second major factor is something that has been a growing concern for years: privacy and security. The Busbys are not just a big family, they are celebrities. Their home was one of the most recognizable houses in reality television. Its location was not a secret. Fans have been known to drive by, hoping for a glimpse of the family. While most have good intentions, the lack of privacy was becoming a serious issue. Adam has spoken about this in the past. He wants his girls to have a normal childhood, to be able to play in their front yard without feeling like they are on display. As the girls get older and more recognizable, that concern has only intensified. There are stories from insiders about overly enthusiastic fans showing up at the gate, or people taking photos of the girls from their cars. This move was almost certainly to a property that offers a significant upgrade in privacy. We're talking about a location that is not easily found on a map, a house set back from the road, with a long driveway and, most likely, a security gate. For Adam, the protector of the family, this was likely a non-negotiable feature. He needed to create a secure compound, a Busby bubble, where the girls could be kids without the constant pressure of the public eye. The old house, for all its happy memories, had become a security liability. It was a fishbowl, and the family had finally outgrown it. Factor 3, the Busby business empire. The third, and perhaps most overlooked, reason for the move is business. Adam and Danielle are not just reality TV stars, they are savvy entrepreneurs. Danielle is the driving force behind the Graysonby Boutique, a business that has grown exponentially. Adam runs his own media company, Adam Busby Media, handling photography and video production. Their old home was their headquarters. We saw Danielle running Graysonby from the dining room table in the early days. We saw Adam's office overflowing with camera gear. Their professional lives were bursting at the seams of their personal space. This new home is, without a doubt, a strategic business upgrade. We can expect their new property to have dedicated, purpose-built spaces for their work. Imagine a large, separate office and studio for Adam, where he can edit videos, take professional headshots, and meet with clients without interruption. Imagine a dedicated wing or outbuilding for Graysonby operations, a stockroom, a shipping and receiving area, and a beautiful office space for Danielle and her team. By integrating their professional needs into their new home's design, they are streamlining their lives and setting their businesses up for future growth. The move wasn't just a personal upgrade, it was a smart business investment. It allows them to separate work from family life more effectively, which is crucial for their mental health and the overall harmony of the household. Factor 4. The ghost of problems past, the mold. Finally, we can't discount the psychological impact of the old house's history. We all remember the harrowing season where the family was forced to move out for months due to a severe mold infestation that was making the girls, particularly Ava, very sick. It was a traumatic and incredibly stressful period for the family. While they remediated the issue and moved back in, the memory of that ordeal likely lingered. There may have been a lingering fear that the problem could return. Old houses have old house problems. The constant wear and tear of 8 people living in a space also takes its toll. It's entirely possible that the house was simply starting to show its age, requiring more and more maintenance. The move could have been a preemptive strike, a decision to start fresh in a new, healthy, and problem-free home before any other major issues could arise. It was a chance to finally close that stressful chapter and ensure their family's physical health and well-being for the long term. When you put all these factors together, the decision to move becomes crystal clear. It wasn't a whim. It was a carefully considered, multifaceted decision designed to launch the Busby family into their next, more complex, phase of life. Part 3. The new Busby estate, a glimpse inside. Host. So where did they go? And what is the new Busby headquarters like? While Adam and Danielle have been tight-lipped about the exact location to protect their newfound privacy, clues and insider whispers are beginning to paint a picture of their new life. What we're hearing is that this isn't just a bigger house, it's a completely different lifestyle. The location, upgraded and secluded. It appears the Busbys did not move far. They love their community, their church, and their network of friends and family in the League City/Friendswood area of Texas. The prevailing theory is that they moved to a more rural, unincorporated part of Galveston or Brazoria County, an area known for larger properties, more land, and a quieter way of life, while still being just a short drive from their old neighborhood. This allows them to keep the girls in their school district and close to their friends, minimizing the disruption of the move, while gaining the 2 things they craved most: land and privacy. We're talking about a property that is likely measured in acres, not square feet. The property, a compound built for a family. The new Busby home is being described not as a house, but as an estate or a compound. The centerpiece is a large, modern farmhouse-style home, but the magic is in the surrounding property. Sources suggest the new place is everything a kid could dream of. A much larger, resort-style pool with a rock slide and grotto. A dedicated sports court where Riley and Parker can burn off their athletic energy. A custom-built playground that would be the envy of any park. There are even rumors of a large pond for fishing and enough open space for the girls to ride bikes, run around with their dogs, and just be kids, all within the safety of their own property line. This is a complete game-changer from their previous suburban, albeit large, backyard. It's a self-contained world of fun and adventure, designed to keep 6 active girls entertained and safe at home. Now, for the main event, the house itself. This is where Danielle's legendary organizational skills and Adam's practical mindset have likely come together to create the ultimate family home. The key word here is zoned. The house is almost certainly designed with distinct zones to manage the family's diverse needs. The Blake wing. Let's start with Blake. It's almost certain that the new house includes a dedicated suite for her. Not just a bedroom, but a small apartment-style space. We're picturing a large bedroom, her own ensuite bathroom, and perhaps even a small adjoining sitting area or study nook. This gives her the privacy she needs as a teenager and acknowledges her unique position in the family. It's her private retreat from the quintnado. The quint pods. For the quints, the design philosophy has shifted from sharing to individuality. It's unlikely that all 5 girls have their own rooms, as that would require a mansion of epic proportions. Instead, a more creative solution was likely found. The most plausible scenario is a dedicated quint wing with a clever layout. Perhaps 2 larger rooms that each house 2 girls, with a large, shared Jack and Jill bathroom. Then, a 5th, smaller bedroom for 1 girl. This would allow them to rotate who gets the single room, continuing a tradition they've used in the past to reward good behavior or give a girl some needed space. Crucially, these rooms would be designed around their personalities. You can just imagine it. Riley's room filled with sports trophies in bold colors. Hazel's room being a softer, cozier space for her to read. Parker's having a cool athletic vibe. Ava and Olivia's shared space being a hub of glitter, games, and laughter. The command center kitchen. The kitchen in the old house was nice, but it was constantly crowded. The new Busby kitchen is said to be a chef's dream and an organizational masterpiece. Think a massive central island with seating for at least 8, 2 full-size refrigerators, 2 dishwashers, and endless counter space. It's a kitchen designed for industrial-scale meal prep. The organization zone. Attached to the kitchen, we can bet there is a Danielle Busby-designed mudroom/pantry/laundry room that is the stuff of dreams. A station for each girl's backpack and shoes. A massive walk-in pantry with floor-to-ceiling shelves, all perfectly labeled. A huge laundry room with multiple washers and dryers to handle the endless mountain of clothes. This area is the engine of the Busby household, and it's been designed for maximum efficiency. The work and play zones. As we mentioned, dedicated office spaces for Adam and Danielle are a given. But the house also likely features upgraded recreational spaces, a larger, more comfortable family room for movie nights, a separate game room or media loft for the girls and their friends, so the adult living spaces can remain relatively calm. This separation of adult and kid zones is essential for a family of this size. This new home is not just an upgrade in size, it's an upgrade in intelligence. It's a house that has been meticulously planned and designed based on a decade of experience in managing large family logistics. It is the physical manifestation of all the lessons Adam and Danielle have learned. Part 4. The emotional adjustment and new family dynamics. Host. A move of this magnitude is more than just a logistical challenge. It's an emotional earthquake for a family. While the new house is exciting, the process of leaving the only home the quintuplets have ever known, the place where Blake grew up, was undoubtedly filled with tears and turmoil. For Adam and Danielle, the stress must have been immense. We've seen Danielle struggle with anxiety and health issues, often triggered by overwhelming stress. Planning a move, packing up a decade of memories, managing the emotions of 6 children, and likely filming it all for the show is a recipe for extreme pressure. The decision to move, while right for the family, would have tested their strength as a couple and as individuals. The financial pressure of purchasing a larger, more expensive property is also a significant stressor, even for a successful family like the Busbys. For the girls, the reactions were likely varied. Blake was probably thrilled at the prospect of her own space and a cool, new house to bring her friends to. For the Quints, it would have been more complex. Leaving the familiar comfort of their rooms, their backyard, and their neighborhood would be scary. Children, especially at that age, thrive on routine and familiarity. We can speculate on their individual reactions based on their personalities. Hazel, being deeply sentimental, was likely the most emotional about leaving. Parker, who has struggled with anxiety in the past, may have found the upheaval and change difficult to process. Riley, ever the adventurer, was probably excited about the new sports court and pool. Ava and Olivia would have found comfort in facing the change together. This move will fundamentally shift their family dynamic. The new house, with its zoned layout, will allow for more independence. The girls will spend more time in their own spaces rather than being in a constant pile in the living room. This is a natural and healthy part of growing up, but it will change the on-screen dynamic we are used to. It marks the transition from a family with babies to a family of individuals. It will be fascinating to see how they navigate this new chapter and how the increased space affects their interactions and their incredible bond. Finally, what does this all mean for the show we love? This move is a pivotal moment for the OutDaughtered series, and it could signal one of two things. Most likely, this move is a massive shot in the arm for the show. Long-running reality shows can sometimes grow stale with repetitive storylines. This move provides a natural and exciting reboot for the entire series. Think of the storyline potential for the next season or two. The emotional process of deciding to move. The house hunting. The dramatic packing and saying goodbye. The big reveal of the new house. The girls' reactions to their new rooms. The process of settling in and making the new house a home. Watching them explore their new, massive yard. These are all fresh, compelling narratives that will have viewers completely hooked. The new home itself becomes a new character. It offers new filming locations, new opportunities for family activities, and new potential for drama and fun. It breathes new life into the show and ensures that Adam and Danielle have a wealth of new stories to share with their audience. It's a producer's dream. However, there is another, more bittersweet possibility to consider. This move to a more private, secure compound could also be the first step in a long-term plan to transition away from the constant glare of the television cameras. The girls are getting older. The challenges of filming with teenagers are notoriously difficult. Issues of privacy, social media, dating, and high school drama are sensitive topics that many families are not comfortable documenting for a global audience. Adam and Danielle have always been fiercely protective of their girls' well-being. It's possible that this move is part of a plan to slowly wind down the show over the next few years. They might commit to another season or two to document the transition, but the new, private home gives them a perfect off-ramp. It allows them to create a sanctuary where they can eventually turn the cameras off for good and allow their daughters to navigate their teenage years in private. This could be them building their forever fortress, a place where the TV show ends and their private family life truly begins. Personally, I believe the truth lies somewhere in the middle. We will likely get a few more incredible seasons of OutDaughtered centered around this new home and this new phase of life. But the move itself is a clear signal from Adam and Danielle that the needs of their children are evolving, and their number one priority is providing them with a safe and stable environment as they grow. They are planning for a future that will one day exist without the cameras. This move is so much more than a new house. It's a statement. It's a testament to Adam and Danielle's success and their incredible ability to adapt and plan for the future. It's the closing of the book on the little girl era and the opening of a brand new, exciting, and far more complex chapter focused on raising 6 young women. The iconic League City house will always hold a special place in the hearts of viewers, a symbol of the beautiful chaos of the Busby family's early years. But the future is now in a new place, a place of privacy, independence, and endless possibility. We can't wait to see what adventures await the Busby crew in their new home. What are your thoughts on this massive news? Were you shocked to hear the Busbys moved? What are you most excited to see in their new home? And what do you think this means for the future of the show? Drop all your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. We love reading what you guys think. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you want to stay up to date on all the latest news from your favorite reality TV families, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.